2026 is shaping up to be a strong year for single-player games. Developers are focusing on story-driven adventures, deeper worlds, and more personal experiences. These upcoming titles aim to be played at your own pace, with exploration and storytelling at the center. Let's get into it.
Do you feel it?
Control Resonant shifts the series into a more open, action-focused RPG with Dylan Faden as the main character. The game takes place in a warped version of Manhattan, moving beyond the oldest house into the outside world. Combat centers on melee fighting using a shape-shifting weapon called the Aberrant, with deeper customization for powers and playstyle. The story follows Dylan as he searches for Jesse and confronts a reality-altering cosmic threat.
Of staggering power. Reshaping reality as we know it. Everything we try to keep inside eventually worms its way out. You must have had good reasons. But we were not prepared. For what would follow.
Pace yourself.
Ray ventured into OG's territory alone. You sure you thought this through?
Zoopunk is a 3D action RPG set before the events of Fist, in a diesel punk world ruled by animal factions. You play as Rayton, a rabbit fighter caught in the First Torch War after a dangerous energy source called the Spark is discovered. Combat is fast and skill-based, with character swapping between Rayton, the heavy-hitting Rhino Bratton, and the ranged chipmunk Trixie. The game uses large connected areas, combo-focused battles, and boss fights built around breaking enemy defenses.
I got it.
You really fixing to gamble with it?
1 for 5. It's worth a shot.
Ain't you worried something might go wrong?
Wrong. I'm counting on it. It's mine now. Finish him. Give it back!
Walked right in himself, huh?
It's all yours now, boss.
Good work. Now with this, even the Machine Legion doesn't stand a chance against me.
What?
Huh?
I'm the Papa!
Right on time! Miss me?
Gotta hand it to you this time, Ray.
If Tron hadn't planned ahead and sent us back up, you'd be done for.
Mission done? Let me take a look.
All accounted for. What's next?
It's time to save Torch City.
The Sinking City 2 is a third-person survival horror game set in a flooded version of Arkham in the 1920s. This time, the focus is less on detective work and more on combat, exploration, and managing limited resources. You fight Lovecraftian monsters using old firearms and melee weapons, travel through flooded streets by boat, and scavenge supplies to survive. Supreme Experiment drops you into a ruined Earth, where machines now rule the surface and humans hide in cities above. You play a lone explorer sent down to find out why the machines suddenly went silent. The game focuses on slow exploration, survival, and uncovering the story through the environment. A unique system lets you access parallel realities, adding mystery to an already dark sci-fi world.
For a century, the machines evolved in ways no one could predict. A new species, trying to survive, fighting for scraps, searching for truth. An abandoned, poisoned wasteland, crawling with creatures beyond imagination. Down here, humans don't belong. For those who left the city, it's a one-way ticket. But they go for a reason. This evolution of the machines was not random. there's something vast behind it. And it's coming for everyone, not just the machines. The people in the cities don't know it yet, but soon they will.
Hello Sunshine is a survival RPG set in a harsh sci-fi desert where the sun can kill you. You survive by staying in the shadow of a giant robot during the day, scavenging and managing heat and thirst. At night, the cold sets in, and you camp, craft gear, and repair the robot while it recharges. The game mixes survival, exploration, and light puzzles as you uncover what happened to a fallen corporate world and travel toward a mysterious tower. Unrecord uses a full body cam view to create a very realistic and tense experience. The game focuses on investigations, dialogue choices, and moral decisions that can change how situations play out. Gunfights are slow and dangerous, with free aim shooting instead of traditional crosshairs. Built in Unreal Engine 5, it aims to feel like a raw, grounded police thriller where every action matters.
Is Oscar?
I love the new game. Bradley the Badger puts you inside a broken video game where nothing works as planned. Levels change style and rules as you move through unfinished worlds inspired by different game genres. You use a special developer toolkit to jump, solve puzzles, and fix glitches while fighting enemies with simple tools. The game also mixes in strange live-action scenes to tell a story about creativity, failure, and making games.
Tried exploring, did some jumping around, you know, the classics. It's what I do. Everywhere I went looked strange and weirdly unfinished. And that's when I found it. And everything changed. Literally. Oh yeah! Make your own platform game, baby! Now we're talking! I had a new grasp on things. I learned tricks that blew my mind. I really transformed myself. This thing is amazing! Made a bunch of new friends. Picked up new wheels. Figured out how to think big and small. I had it all. And then the code broke down. Really? And that's when I found you.
The War of the Worlds Siberia takes place in an alternate 1896 Russian Empire during a Martian invasion. You play as a young student trying to escape Petrograd and survive a long journey across Siberia. Gameplay mixes survival, stealth, light puzzles, and combat, using period weapons like sabers, early firearms, and improvised explosives. The focus is on atmosphere and storytelling, showing how ordinary people react to alien machines in a harsh, historical setting.
Всем она нужна. Смотрите, они грабят аптеку. Это не наше дело.
Дядь, купи кирпич.
Я убил его.
Вниз! Стой, тварь! Это же предательство!
Оно самое, юноша. Оно самое.
주권 국가의 자주적 결정을 누가 허락하는가?
Mudang 2 Hearts takes place in a near-future reunified Korea after deadly attacks in Seoul. You play as two characters, a North Korean soldier and a K-pop idol whose stories slowly connect as they uncover a hidden conspiracy. The game focuses on stealth and tactical action. You can sneak, use gadgets, or fight carefully in open-ended missions. It puts strong focus on story, realistic movement, and cinematic presentation.
당신의 입장은 온전한 본인의 판단인가? 그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐. 당신은 무엇 때문에 분노하는가? 당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가? 누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다. 주정태.
Exodus is a story-focused sci-fi RPG set far in the future, after humans escape a dying Earth and spread across space. You play as June Allen, a traveler searching for ancient alien tech to save your homeworld from a deadly threat called the Rot. The game mixes action, combat, exploration, and strong choices that change the story. A key idea is time dilation. Short missions can mean years pass back home. Companions, decisions, and consequences are a big focus, similar to Mass Effect.
Child of Orion, fulfill the purpose for which you were crafted, and seize your destiny.
Our world is dying. You are the only one who can wield celestial tech and find a cure. Well, that's terrifying. the right ship and the right crew, you could save all of us.
I was on an alien world. Felt like I was finally doing what I was made for.
Thank you, June.
We are the defenders of Leiden's future. And we will fight to protect it.
The fight for survival has consequences. How far are you willing to venture? How much are you willing to sacrifice to save your world?
Damn, kid. No pressure there.
They left me with nothing. No justice. No peace. Just names on a wall.
Acts of Blood is a gritty third-person action game set in a dark version of Bandung, Indonesia. You play as Hendra, a law student pushed into violence after his family is killed, fighting through streets, buildings, and rooftops to get revenge. Combat is heavy and realistic, with strong punches, brutal counters, melee weapons, guns, and the environment used as part of every fight. The game takes clear inspiration from The Raid, Sifu, and Sleeping Dogs, aiming for raw, grounded brawls instead of flashy superhero action.
Bad.land.
Replaced drops you into a broken 1980s America, where cities are run by corporations and people are easy to replace. You play as Reach, an AI stuck inside a human body, trying to survive and understand humanity while uncovering dark secrets in Phoenix City. The game mixes cinematic platforming with smooth, hard-hitting combat that relies on timing, counters, and positioning. Its standout pixel art, moody synth music, and slow-burn story give it a strong cyberpunk feel.
Time is to come yet to become our own savior. Be our own savior.
The Twilight Project is a third-person horror game set in a strange Thai village that changes between day and night. By day, you explore, solve puzzles, and gather limited supplies. At night, dark creatures appear, and you must defend your base using traps and smart planning. The game focuses on tension, survival, and atmosphere, mixing classic Resident Evil-style gameplay with Silent Hill-like psychological horror. The story is told through the environment, slowly revealing the village's dark secrets as reality begins to break.
Desire. A city that don't belong.
No Law takes place in Port Desire, a corrupt cyberpunk city where rules no longer matter. You play as Gray Harker, a former soldier trying to live quietly until violence pulls him back into the streets. Gameplay lets you choose how to survive each situation. You can move carefully using stealth or rely on direct gunfights when things go wrong. The world reacts to your actions with detailed locations, environmental storytelling, and a strong focus on atmosphere, choice, and close-range, intense FPS combat.
Blood. But desire is a fickle mistress. The city won't let me go. It won't forget my name. I asked for nothing, and they still came and took everything. The mayors and anyone that stands in my way, every last one of them. They're gonna learn something real simple.
Today, a new chapter in this land's history shall be written.
Crimson Desert is set on the war-torn continent of Pywell, where you play as Cliff, a mercenary leader trying to find and reunite his broken group after a deadly ambush. The story is personal and grounded, dealing with loyalty, loss, and survival in a harsh world. Gameplay centers on fast, physical combat with heavy hits, grabs, and large boss fights. You can explore freely, fight on horseback, climb, glide, and even ride dragons. Outside of combat, the game includes crafting, fishing, cooking, and other activities that make the world feel alive and reactive.
Together as one, we fight for the future of all. Sound the horn of our final battle. Fight! Fight for Pywell!
Your fight is not for revenge, nor glory, nor pride.
This is your hour.
Remember who you are, and let it guide your path. For at the end of it, you will find the answers you seek.
Secure an extraction room.
Freedom of this city rests in your hands.
Second Loop is a first-person action game built around mechs, physics, and freedom. You control a powerful mech that can bend gravity, letting you grab, throw, and launch objects to fight enemies or solve problems. The world is a ruined, rain-soaked city where combat and puzzles blend together. You can break apart the environment and rebuild it into vehicles like tanks or flying machines, then use them in real time. The focus is on experimentation, physics-driven combat, and creative solutions rather than scripted encounters.
Codename Doctor and secure him. Once they're done with him, they'll start reading the Novagrid identity list in his brain. And everything we've bled for will turn to dust.
You see this, Stillman? We are all mere cogs in a great clock.
Forest 3 places you on a hostile alien planet after a violent crash. Instead of familiar islands, the game drops you into strange landscapes filled with unknown life forms and disturbing environments. Gameplay stays focused on survival. You gather resources, build shelters, craft tools, and defend yourself from dangerous creatures. The horror leans into the unknown, mixing isolation, alien threats, and uneasy exploration, while keeping the series tense, hands-on, survival style. Displacement puts you inside a frozen polar station where reality slowly breaks down. You play as a psychologist, surrounded by people driven mad, turning violent and forming cult-like groups. The game focuses on close-range combat and survival. You fight using heavy melee weapons, interact with the environment, and manage extreme cold through a temperature system that lets you heat or freeze objects. As sanity fades, gameplay becomes more aggressive, shifting from fear and survival into brutal action, while the station grows more hostile and unpredictable.
Where am I? Whoa! Fuck! What the hell is that? Madness. Oh God. I gotta get out of here.
You went out for a walk. You don't understand it yet. Jesus. I will explain it. I will show you. Oh, calling, Redeemer of the world, have mercy on us. At your feet, we humbly fall. I was frightened, just like you are now. But I listened to him. This is paradise! How can't you see that? You don't get it. So there you are.
One of the biggest fears of an astronaut doing extravehicular activity, or EVA, is somehow becoming detached.
The Expanse Osiris Reborn lets you play as a custom captain living in the tense political world of the Expanse. You command the ship, Gemini, recruit a crew, and get pulled into a dangerous conspiracy that runs alongside the early events of the show. Gameplay mixes story choices with tactical, cover-based combat. Your decisions shape crew relationships and mission outcomes, while the ship acts as your home, where you plan, talk to companions, and prepare for what comes next. The tone stays grounded and realistic, staying true to the hard sci-fi feel of the universe.
In a reactive game, that would be too clumsy, and so Mag Boots is a creative way to kind of compromise and keep it realistic, but also be able to be reactive. But the fear is the same, becoming detached somehow and drifting away. And that's just one example. Even firearms would behave differently in space. Recoil and ballistics would also be different. People think about space as silent, but silence can mean danger. For example, inside of the spacesuit, there's a steady hum of the fan that's blowing oxygen over your face. The people at Alcat Games did some research and figured out that vibrations caused by shots inside of a vehicle would translate to the hull and likely be felt through the mag boots.
We love the idea, but have to adapt it. Pure realism would mean almost no sound in combat. No vacuum, you hear more than Austiners do, but far less than in atmosphere. What you hear is what your character feels. Breath, comes, vibrations. The tension stays, and so does the fear.
The mission crews train for months, even years together. The commander is chosen first and sets the tone. Just like in the game, trust takes time and shared experience.
The ship is crew's home. To craft the right atmosphere, we focus on the smallest of details. Life in space changes tastes. Astronauts often crave spices just to feel such sensations again. On Pink, water meals created from what could actually be grown in orbit. And in the same spirit, you'll even hear your companions discussing food and ingredients on the ship. We hope that our approach to blending realism with gameplay considerations will make players experience something engaging and truly immersive.
Stranger Than Heaven is set in a gritty version of 1940s Japan, filled with crime, jazz clubs, and social tension. You play as Mako Daido, moving through dangerous streets while dealing with criminals, mysteries, and moral choices. The game mixes close-range brawling with investigation. You fight using grounded, brutal combat, but also search for clues, question people, and read the city's mood. Survival systems like hunger and thirst add pressure, making the world feel harsh and unforgiving as your actions change how others react to you.
Got a name?
Mako Daido.
Daido. A Jap then, huh?
Don't I look like one?
You're not? So, what are you then?
Sana. 俺が知りてえや。